Hey guys, so today I'm going to be talking about electrostatic deflection. Now the difference between electrostatic deflection and magnetic deflection is that electrostatic uses not batteries, but it uses potential, voltage potential. So like this, there is a 1.5 volt potential over this. Whereas magnetic deflection uses magnets, like the quadruple magnet here that I built. Anyways, so the way electrostatic deflection works is, since these are electrons, this is going to be applied to electrons only. There are other things that electrostatic deflection can apply to any charged particle, but in this case I'm going to be talking about it for electrons because that's what these tubes accelerate. So electrons are negative, and as we all know, opposites attract, right? You've all used a magnet, north and south attract, south and south repel. So if we put the negative side towards the TV, it's going to repel the electrons in the other direction. And if we put the positive side towards the TV, it's going to attract the electrons. Now, the way this works is that it's actually, the path is bent, because there's a looping field, virtual field around this looping, so the electrons will actually curve around that field. So it's not that if you put it on the TV that they're going straight, they're curved and then go straight. They're actually curving all the way till they hit the end of that bulb there. Okay? So the beam path is bent. Also, the closer you put it to the TV, the stronger the field is, and thus the more the electrons will be bent, which results in increased, basically they'll appear farther to the side of the TV. So, since there is 3 guns in here, badly focused guns, it's going to be close, but as you can see, there's 3 guns all sideways, okay? That means that the beams are going to hit each other, and sometimes they can bounce off, and it produces some weird, unexpected results. Sometimes you put the magnet there, and then, it ends up, God knows where, the beam will end up going vertical, because the beams are actually hitting each other. Now, the way you would actually do this properly is to put one on either side with opposite polarities, like this, right? That means it's going to be... Now I'm just using D batteries because they work, they have a high enough potential, 1.5 volts, that it appears a slight movement on the screen. But if you wanted to go to either side of the screen, you would need like 50 to 100 volts, depending on the size of your TV. This TV isn't very large. It's probably like 15 inches, 15 inches, so it doesn't need very much. But if you have like one of those 30-inch CRT bulbs, then you're going to need a huge amount of potential. But anyway, the way you'd properly curve the beam is like this. Obviously it works with one or the other, but you'd properly curve it like this. That way they're repelled by this one, and they're attracted by this one. So you have, a uniform curvature and a stronger curvature. So it's similar to a dipole magnet is sort of how it would function. Although if you use electrostatic deflection, they use this on oscilloscopes, old-style CRT oscilloscopes mostly, because it's much faster. You can switch the voltage much faster, and you can draw your line across the screen. It does have its limitations because, it's not quite as precise. Also, it has its limitations on CRTs like this, which have pixels, because you can't draw the line consistently. It's going to appear weird over all the pixels. And any potential will work. It doesn't have to be a battery. It can be from a flyback transformer. It can be from your, house outlet. It can be really from anything. So that's it. I mean, it can be, you can have potential from your power supply or whatnot. So, anyway, I'm going to cut the talking and kick my cat out, too, because my cat is not allowed in here. Anyways, not to get off topic, I'm going to cut the talking, aim at the screen, and my cat just went in. Turn it on, and that blue pixel right there is not the TV, that's just my camera because it sucks. So we're going to turn it on and forget about that blue pixel. And wait till the dot is burnt in. Not burnt in, sorry, it's already burnt in, So you can see that if I put just a positive on one side of the TV, there's a big motion of the dot. So this is the positive on the same side of the TV that you were seeing before, and now it's the negative. Now I'm going to put positive on the side of the TV that you were seeing, and negative on the other side. So it's going to move the dot a lot more, as you can see. So now I'm going to put negative on the top, negative on the top, now positive on the top. See, it curves up to the positive, and it curves down away from the negative. Okay? You could even make a makeshift quadruple magnet, just like you can make a makeshift dipole magnet, although batteries are pretty heavy. So anyway, you can see the beam curves very easily. I'm just going to turn it on once again and put the positive on the side of the TV that you guys were facing before, and the negative on the positive on the opposite side of the TV that the camera was on, and the negative, I'm going to put it very close to the gun. Okay? And I'm going to put positive on the top and pull it away, and I'm going to do it very slowly. So now it's like 3-4 inches. Now it's touching, so you can see you have to get pretty close for a low potential battery to work. Also, it's nice to mention that that's where I'm putting it around. So at that is about as close as I got. I sometimes ended up touching it, but at that rate you get all the extra current that's stored in the lead coating here. Battery. That I'm going to kill myself somehow. So I don't like it, but it works. Anyway, that's how you would make a makeshift dipole magnet with batteries, and you could use electrostatic deflection. If you wanted to do this yourself to actually influence the beam, you would put two little things here that sort of spread out to the bulb, mostly like to these things on either side. So they started a little bit after the black coating starts and goes out to the side, and you would put opposing voltage on the side. So you would put positive here, you'd have to put negative there, vice versa. And you could try to make a quadruple magnet. That might be my next experiment, would be to cut another section of this PVC pipe and redo this experiment here, except instead with electromagnets with potentials such as batteries or potentials from a power supply. And it's really easy to do this, seeing as it doesn't need any current, so it needs no current to work. These batteries were not consuming any current. They are just as full as they were when we started. So that's nice. You can use you can use a 0 amp power supply as long as there's potential there. This will work. It just has to be potential. So thanks for watching. That's it.